Foul yet again. In Victoria, the Harbor Cats hosting the North Paws, tied at 4 as their game is in the top of the 5th inning. Nanaimo Night Owls playing host to the Wenatchee Apple Sox. Apple Sox with a 2-zip lead. Wind in the 3-2 pitch on the way again. Swung on and missed. Got him. 4th strikeout already for Max Beatty. Is the Atlas Pizza in effect tonight? All right. Without Ron the K-Man out in left field, how are we going to know how many strikeouts there are tonight? Caleb Watson-Stone to the plate. First pitch, the at-bat bunted. Beatty gonna field over to first. 1-3 the putout on Watson-Stone. Gary. Well, and in Walla Walla, Sweets and the Pickles tied at 1, bottom of the 3rd inning. In Yakima Valley, the Pippins behind the Raptors 3-0 in the top of the 2nd. First pitch on the way, misses ball 1. Next pitch hit towards short. Nishizawa's throw over to first base to Runyon in time. 6-3 the putout on Shane Takla, and that will do it for the Gherkins here in the top of the 2nd inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. Nice inning by Max Beatty. Fans, we're going to head to the bottom of the 2nd inning. Your score still 2-1 Gherkins. All right, fans, welcome back. We are heading to the bottom of the 2nd inning. Picks currently trailing the Gherkins by a score of 2-1. For the Picks, it's going to be Justin Pardon, Luke Stanton, and Brett Runyon. Dylan Kleinschmidt still up on the mound. First pitch of the inning, misses high and outside, ball 1. Perdome from Clark Community College. I don't believe it's Pardon. Well, I have Pardon written down on the lineup card, Perdome on the book. It is Perdome. Gary saying the book is correct, not the lineup sheet.
Let's go, Pickles!
Not a surprise.
Let's go, Pickles!
So that's Perdome at bat.
Let's go, Pickles!
Count 2-1. Kleinschmidt's pitch on the way, swung on and fouled back. Count evens up at 2-2. So Justin Perdome, the catcher.
Go ahead, wave your hands. Everybody wants to tell you. There you go. Shame.
Taps home plate, steps back in. Kleinschmidt has the sign. 2-2 pitch on the way. Floats in high. Ball 3 at 77 miles an hour. 3-2. Pitch on the way, swung on and hit towards short. Nice stop by Caleb Watson-Stone. Long throw over to first. Pulls Colby Grace off the bag. Did he get the tag on? No, he did not. Leadoff single for Perdom. Nice play by Caleb Watson-Stone, though, to keep that in the infield.
Now back for the Pickles, number 26, Luke Stratton.
Runner on first, nobody down, and that's going to bring up second baseman Luke Stanton. Stanton from Clark College takes the first pitch and dumps that into left field for a base hit. Perdom gets to second, takes the turn, then slowly retreats to the bag. So first two hitters reach with singles. That's going to bring up first baseman Brett Runyon.
Now batting for the Pickles, number 39, Brett Runyon.
Picks looking to even it up here, maybe take the lead if they can. First pitch of the at-bat, 77 miles inside, ball one. For all of you joining the broadcast, thank you for your patience. We're trying to get things figured out here. That pitch popped up. Shane Tackla coming in. Infield fly rule has been called. So we'll score that IF4.
Number 56, JC.
2 on, 1 down, and J.C. Clee to the plate. Pitch swung on and missed, count 0-1. Lewis, how you doing tonight? Good to hear from you. Glad you're joining the broadcast. Look back at second base. 0-1 pitch on the way, swung on and fouled back. Count goes to 0-2. How are the Pickles playing 2 games at the same time? I'd like to claim it's baseball magic, friend. It's a split squad game tonight, so the Pickles playing Walla Walla in Walla Walla. The Picks playing here against the Gherkins. Look back at second. Whoa, big jump from second, getting back just in time, Justin Perdom. Perdom on at second, Stanton on at first. J.C. Clee at the plate with an 0-2 count. Pitch on the way, swung on and missed. So Clee strikes out. First strikeout for Dylan Kleinschmidt. 2 on, 2 down, and that'll bring up the left fielder, Alex Mannon.
Now back for the Pickles, Elijah Namoto.
What? Winding the first pitch to Alex Mannon over for a strike, 0-1. Mannon from Western Oregon University. Look back at second base, 0-1 pitch on the way, swung on and fouled off into the left berm. Count goes to 0-2. Pickles a base hit away from tying this, a double from taking the lead. Perdom on at second, Stanton on at first. Mannon, the 10th batter in the Picks lineup. Lineup will turn over after this batter. Kleinschmidt comes set, looks back towards second, 0-2 pitch on the way, misses high and outside, ball one. 1-2. Another look back at second base. 1-2 pitch on the way, swung on, and that is through. A diving Colby Grace at first base. 1 run's coming in. The throw to the plate, not in time. Sliding in, Justin Perdom. Luke Stanton getting around to third base. RBI single for Alex Mannon. And we've got ourselves a tie game at 2. So lineup turns over for Portland. Kyle Fitzgerald to the plate. First pitch floats over at 77 miles an hour for a strike, 0-1.
And one more out, Hank. We're getting the Wheel of Fun coming.
You may remember Kyle Fitzgerald from the first inning where he led off the game with a walk. That pitch is going to be dumped into left center field for a base hit. Coming home and scoring is going to be Luke Stanton. Holding up at second base, Alex Mannon. Back-to-back RBI singles. This one goes to Kyle Fitzgerald, and the Picks now have gotten their first lead of the game, 3-2. So Mannon on at second, Fitzgerald on at first. Kleinschmidt looks back at second. First pitch of the at-bat, just off the plate at 77 miles an hour, 1-0. Kleinschmidt comes set. 1-0 pitch on the way, swung on and fouled off at the plate. Count goes to 1-1. We have so many toys here in the broadcast booth. Kleinschmidt again a look back at second. 1-1 pitch on the way now, low and outside. 2-1, nice stop by Carter Bennett. Kleinschmidt throw back to second base. Did get Mannon back to the bag. Kleinschmidt has his sign. 2-1 pitch on the way. Swung on and fouled off to the right. Count evens up at 2-2. Nishizawa bounced into a fielder's choice in the first inning. 2-2 pitch, swung on, and that one taken through the hole on the right side. That's going to be a single being waved into home is Alex Mannon. The throw came in quickly, being run back to third. And he is toast on the overrun. So no extra run there. Nishizawa does get credit for a single, no RBI. Nice throw by Jack Dorn into the infield, and that will do it for the Picks here in the second inning. But they do take the lead for the first time this game. We're headed to the top of the third inning. Your Picks 3, Gherkins 2. Welcome back, baseball fans. Top of the third inning here at Walker Stadium. Picks lead the Gherkins by a score of 3-2. Reese McKenzie, the third baseman for the Gherkins, at the plate. First pitch of the third inning, 75-mile-an-hour strike. 0-1. Lewis, I will run you through the West Coast League scores during this half inning. You bet. Beatty's 0-1 pitch on the way. 82 miles an hour just off the plate, 1-1. So we've got 2 games tied at 4. The North Paws and the Harbor Cats in Victoria, and the Drifters and Black Bears. Next pitch missing low at 75, ball 2, 2-1. In Victoria, they're playing in the top of the 6th, and Cowlitz in the bottom of the 5th. Wind and the 2-1 pitch on the way, swung on and fouled back. Count goes to 2-2. We've got 2 games with a 4-0 score. The Apple Sox visiting the Night Owls. They lead in the top of the 6th. The Raptors visiting the Piptons. They lead in the bottom of the 2nd. In Port Angeles, the lefties up on the Bells 3-0. 2-2 pitch on the way. Swung on, and that is taken down the left field line, and that is going to be fair. Over to retrieve it, Alex Mannon gets there quickly and gets the ball back in even quicker. Reese McKenzie aboard with a single. And that'll turn the Gherkins lineup over. A.J. Dix to the plate.
Number 11, A.J. Dix.
Bend up on the Corvallis Knights, 2-0 in the bottom of the 5th inning. And in Walla Walla, the Sweets and Pickles tied at 1 in the top of the 4th. Do not have any update on the Falcons Riverhawks game. First pitch missing, ball 1, 84 miles an hour, just off the plate. A.J. walked and scored in the first inning. That pitch catches the lower outside corner for a strike, 1-1. Lance over at first base. 1-1 pitch coming in the dirt at 84, ball 2, 2-1. Looked like McKenzie was going to take off. Thought better of it and came back. Max Beatty has his sign from Perdom. 2-1 pitch on the way.
Strike.
Just over the inside part of the plate for a strike. 2-2. 81 mile an hour pitch from Beatty. McKenzie being held on by Runyon at first. Runner goes, hit to short. Was going to go to second instead. Over to first. Nishizawa to Runyon. 6-3 fielder's choice. McKenzie advancing to second on the play. So tying run on in scoring position, 1 out. That'll bring up Matthew Lehrbach.
What's in the beer backpack, Jude? Ooh. Who is it? The Schutz Pilsner.
Beatty has his sign, looks back at second base, the throwback. McKenzie back in time. Pretty good sized crowd for a beautiful night of baseball here at Walker Stadium. Beatty's first pitch of the at-bat popped up. Ranging over J.C. Klee, and it's J.C. Klee making the catch. P5 goes the putout. Also, for those of you scoring at home, the throw to the plate ending the second inning was 9-5. Right field to catcher to third base. So Jack Dorn up with the tying run aboard, 2 outs. Singled, stole a base, and scored back in the first. Half offers at the first pitch, overruled, went through on the swing, 0-1. Chasing a 78 mile an hour pitch that was low and out of the zone. Next pitch fouled back at 77, 0-2.
Good job.
Beatty gets a new baseball from Gary Locke. Climbs back up on the bump, more Dolphin. I feel like I'm filling a void, I don't know. Look back at second, 0-2 pitch on the way, swung on and fouled off to the right. Kane Kianis almost making the one-handed grab in the on-deck circle. McKenzie a lead at second base. Nishizawa in charge of holding him on. Max looks back at second base. Now brings in the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, and is that going to, nope, it's going to go foul. Tails away off to the left and out of play. Count still 0-2. Max Beatty's set, 0-2 pitch on the way, swung on and missed, strike three. That is the fifth strikeout of the game, and that means everybody here in the stadium is going to go home with a coupon for a free slice of Atlas pizza. Atlas, come for the pizza, stay for the pizza. Fans, we are headed to the bottom of the third inning. Your Picks lead by a score of 3-2. Welcome back, friends, to Walker Stadium, headed to the bottom of the third inning. Your Picks leading the Gherkins by a score of 3-2. The Gherkins unable to take advantage of the wacky wheel rule that was in effect. Every run counts as two. So the Picks can greatly extend their lead here. Dylan Kleinschmidt back out on the mound for another inning's worth of work. His first pitch over for a strike, 0-1. Evan Holman, Kyle Perkins, and Xavier Gilmore here in the third inning. 0-1 pitch on the way. 70 miles an hour, misses low and outside, ball one. Kleinschmidt working quickly as he did last season. 1-1 pitch, missing outside at 84, 2-1. Well, welcome to the Wild Wild West League, fans. That's number 4, Kane Kianis on the mound. Wondered why the speed was picking up there. 2-1 pitch swung on and missed. So Dylan Kleinschmidt goes 2 innings. He gives up 6 hits, 3 runs, all of those earned. Swung on and put into play, bounced over to first. The toss over to Kane Kianis, out 3-1. One walk and 1 strikeout. So Kianis now facing Kyle Perkins, the designated hitter. Hit into a fielder's choice back in the first inning, drove in a run. Wine in the 0-1 pitch on the way, swung on and popped foul. So Perkins quickly behind in the count, 0-2. Nitex Production checking into the chat. Howdy. Remember, every run counts as 2 here in the third inning only. Next wacky rule will be applied in the 5th. Perkins steps back in. Giannis with the 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed. So first strikeout for Kane Giannis, second strikeout for Gherkins pitchers overall.
Now back to the Pickles, number 38, Xavier Gilmore.
Nobody on, 2 down for Xavier Gilmore. First pitch on the way inside, ball 1. 84-mile-an-hour pitch missing. Kane's 1-0 pitch. That one floats in for a strike at 71, 1-1. Lights on here at the stadium. 1-1 pitch on the way in, swung on, and that one knocked towards right field. Going back on the ball is Jack Dorn, who's able to make the running catch. And that will do it for the Picks here in the bottom of the third inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. Clean inning for Kane Giannis. We are full through. Welcome back, baseball fans. Out on the field there, it looks like the Mavericks / Picks might have an extra player. They're going to be fielding 10. Maybe not. That's Ross Campbell out there doing some camera work for us on the broadcast. Or doing camera work for social media. Maybe a little bit of both. Hard to know. It's a Wild Wild West League game. Anything goes on nights like this. Wacky Rules wheel will be spun once again in the 5th inning and then again in the 7th. For the Gherkins, I believe it's going to be Kane Giannis, Colby Grace, and Carter Bennett. Subject to change. First pitch of the inning, over for a strike at 73 miles an hour, 0-1. Next pitch on the way, over at 81 for a strike, 0-2. Giannis not really happy with that call. 0-2 pitch on the way. Misses low and outside at 75, 1-2. Yeah, the first 2 pitches looked like strikes to me. Beatty climbs back up on the hill. Now brings in the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and bounced towards third. Clee's got it. A long throw over to first base. Pulls Runyon off. Kane Giannis reaches on an error. E5. Clee had to rush the throw a little bit. He had to wait for the ball to bounce so he could field it.
13, Colby Grace.
So Kane Giannis aboard, and that'll bring up first baseman Colby Grace. Grace struck out back in the first inning. Beatty glances over at first. Runyon holding Giannis on. First pitch of this at-bat. Misses low and outside at 81, ball 1. Picklebot 3000 calling a perfect game so far, to be expected. 1-0 pitch on the way, swung on and fouled off the right. Carter Bennett was paying attention there, which is good because that came close. Hey, somebody called for more Dolphin. All right. Waking up here. 1-1 the count. Beatty checks over at first base. Giannis with his lead. Pitch on the way. Low ball 2 at 84 miles an hour. Your Pickle Finance numbers of the game so far for the Gherkins. 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors. For the Picks, 3 runs on 6 hits, 1 error. 2-1 pitch on the way in, swung on and missed. Count goes to 2-2. 83 mile an hour fastball low and inside. Grace swings right through it. Two pitch on the way and swung on, and that is going to get into left field for a base hit. It is down. Mannon over, gets the ball back into the infield. Going to be a close play at third base. They got him. 7-6-5. Giannis trying to advance to third. Give Colby Grace a single.
Now back for the Gherkins, number 29, Carter Bennett.
So 1 on, 1 out. That's going to bring up the catcher, number 29, Carter Bennett. Got a wall of folks in front of me here in the booth. First pitch on the way, swung on and missed. 0-1. If one of you isn't standing, I can at least go over and look through. Otherwise, it's all good. It's all good. It's Wild Wild West League night. Anything goes, friends. Not the tightest ship tonight. It's okay. 0-1 pitch missing low and outside at 80 miles an hour. 1-1. Nights like this, we're usually operating with a few less folks, and things are usually a little more hectic. So we play a little more fast and loose with the broadcast. 1-1 pitch on the way. Low and outside at 84. Ball 2, 2-1. That's part of why Moose is on the board tonight. Moose is on the Wacky rules wheel. He may, if his slice of the pie comes up, he's going to run downstairs and go bat for each of these teams. Wow. Wild Wild West League night indeed. Hydration break, question mark, for Max Beatty on the mound. So that's going to bring the catcher out, maybe for a sip of beer himself. I don't actually know. No, apparently not. Wild West night. Come on. Like this is what's going on. 2-1 the count, 1 down, top of the 4th inning. 3-2 Picks lead the Gherkins. I will update the West Coast League scores again here in a little while. 2-1 pitch, just a little low and outside, ball 3. 3-1 on the Gherkins. Catcher on deck, extra hitter number 5, Nick Holm. 3-1 pitch on the way, swung on and taken down the right field line, but foul. So everybody goes back from whence they came. I love Picklebot too. 3-2 the count. Beatty a little more hydrated than he was when he started the inning. Back up, has his sign. 3-2 pitch on the way. Catches the outside corner for strike 3 at 85 miles an hour. Carter Bennett down looking. That is Max Beatty's 6th strikeout.
Launch those balls here at Walker Stadium.
Has Max seen Avatar? For sure.
I go back and forth between Beatty or Beatty. I'm not exactly sure which one it is. I'm sure I'm screwing it up half the time. Nick Holm at the plate. First pitch on the way. Over for a strike at 77.
At bat for the Gherkins, number 5, Nick Holm.
What do you think, Noah? Beatty or Beatty? Beatty? All right, we're going to go with Beatty then. 0-1 pitch on the way. Swung on that one, hit towards center. Going back on the ball, Fitzgerald. Now he stops, takes a step in, and that will do it for the Gherkins here in the top of the 4th inning. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 runner left on. We are headed to the bottom of the 4th inning. 3-2 Picks. All right, baseball friends, welcome back. That is still Kane Kianis on the mound for the Gherkins. Gary checking to see if we have any defensive changes. The Portland Pickles have taken a lead on the Walla Walla Sweets 5-2 in the bottom of the 4th inning in Walla Walla. Elks now up 3-0 on the Knights in the top of the 6th inning in Bend. Kane Kianis facing Justin Perdome. First pitch of the inning missing outside at 69, ball 1. Springfield and Cowlitz still tied at 4 in Cowlitz. They are playing in the bottom of the 6th inning. 1-0 pitch. Misses outside at 69, ball 2, 2-0. The lefties lead the Bellingham Bells by a score of 3-0 as they play in Port Angeles, bottom of the 7th. 2-0 pitch hit sharply and right under the glove of Reese McKenzie. E5, and Perdome going to be aboard at first. That really did just go right under his glove. Had he got it down on the ground, would have been able to scoop that no problem, but the ball just beat it through. Harbor Cats and North Paws still tied at 4 in Victoria as they play in the top of the 7th inning. The Apple Sox lead Nanaimo in Nanaimo by a score of 4-0. That same score in Yakima Valley as the Raptors lead the Pippins in the top of the 4th inning. First pitch to Luke Stanton missing for a ball at 81. 1-0. Swung on and missed. Count goes to 1-1. Lewis Roses doesn't like Picklebot. Well, that's fine, Lewis. That's fine. I love Picklebot. 1-1 pitch on the way. Misses outside. Ball 2, 2-1. Picklebot 3000. One of my first friends when I started working here last year. Two-one pitch on the way in. Floats outside, 3-1. Sun setting behind the trees out in left field. A little bit of a breeze out in the outfield. Kianis comes set, 3-1 pitch on the way, swung on and popped, foul. Over our heads once again. So the count full on the pick, second baseman, Brett Runyon on deck. J.C. Klee also due up here. 3-2 pitch on the way, swung on, and that is hammered out into left field. Lairback goes back a few steps, settles under it, and makes the play. F7, thought that was hit harder than it was, 81 mile per hour exit velocity. Howdy, Debbie. Picks in the Sweets, 5-2 Pickles in the bottom of the 4th. First pitch, the at-bat to Brett Runyon, misses outside at 84, ball 1. Glance over at first base, now the 1-0 pitch on the way in.
Strike.
Over for a strike, 1-1. 1-1 pitch on the way in. Swung on, and that one taken into right field. Going back on the ball, Jack Dorney makes the play. Out number 2. So Nitex, this is a Wild Wild West League non-league game. These broadcasts end up taking on a life of their own. So running with a bit of a skeleton crew here this evening. Some of the production highs that you will see on a normal broadcast, we just don't have the person power for this evening. First pitch to J.C. Klee, over for a strike at 83. Kianis checks over at first base. Runner goes, 0-1 pitch on the way, misses low and outside. The throw down to second base, not going to be in time. Give Justin Perdome a stolen base. Or at least give him a stolen base until Gary tells me otherwise, but that one was pretty cut and dry. One pitch on the way, inside at 83, ball 2, 2-1. Klee struck out back in the second inning. He was the first of Kleinschmidt's strikeout victims, the only of Kleinschmidt's strikeouts. That one floats in at 68 miles an hour, count even at 2-2. Perdome on at second base. Picks lead 3-2, pitch on the way.
Strike 3, you're out.
And J.C. Klee watches that one go by at 72 miles an hour for strike 3. Second strikeout for Kane Kianis, and that will do it for the Picks here in the 4th inning. No runs, no hits, 1 error, and 1 runner left on. We are through 4 full innings here at Walker Stadium. Your Gherkins lead 3-2. Wacky Rule Wheel coming up next. We'll be back.
And fouls it off. It'll reach the seats over back of the Tiger dugout. And the man from Walla Walla will pick up. He swings, fouling ball, stopped by Trubit for the second one, relay to first. 2 for the price of 1 for the There's a breaking ball in for a strike, and he stood there like that by the side of the road. Right-hander against the right-hander. The outfielder is straight up in deep on fielder. He is the DH today. Swings this and drives to left.
All right, we just missed the Wacky Rule Wheel being spun. 4 outfielders for each team now. So you might be asking yourself, Chex, what do you mean 4 outfielders for each team? Is each team going to get the same person roaming the outfield as a 4th player? Do they just get to pick a random person from the stands as their 4th outfielder? Is Moose going to run down there and play outfield? Here's the beauty of the Wild Wild West League. We don't get told any of that ahead of time. So playing left field is whom, Gary? David Altman. David Altman playing left field. I kind of wish they would have picked a fan from the stands. I think we might need to, or Moose. Yes, or Moose. And fans, you are not mistaken. Max Beatty out there with a sombrero on now. Were they off by 1 again?
No, they said I think it was 7.
Oh, okay. JK tuning in from Edmonton, Alberta. Hello to you, friend. Welcome to this very wild West League game. Okay, so Max Beatty got delivered a drink last inning. He's coming out with a sombrero on this inning. What are the odds that he comes out with one of those hats that holds the 2 beers and has the straw for the 6th inning? That would be on brand. So each team with 4 outfielders. First pitch of the inning, pop foul on the right side. That's probably going to be in the stands. You know, Bob, you're not wrong. It is kind of a nice looking sombrero out there. 0-1 pitch on the way, swung on and missed. Count goes to 0-2 on an 82-mile-an-hour pitch. Caleb Watson-Stone stands back in. The sombrero's 0-2 pitch, swung on and popped up. The sombrero's going back on it, and he makes the play. You know what? That might be our Pickles press box defensive play of the day right there. In a sombrero for an out. I mean, I'm not saying it will be, but... So nobody on, 1 down, and that'll bring up second baseman Shane Takla. First pitch on the way, a bouncer. Sombrero's not going to get that, ranging over from short. No, okay, now that might be the defensive play there. Nishizawa over to Runyon. Nishizawa had to come charging across. 6-3 the putout, so 2 great defensive plays by the Picks. Nobody on, 2 down, and that's going to bring up third baseman Reese McKenzie. David Altman, the extra fielder in the outfield, has not come into play yet. First pitch popped over to the right side in foul territory. Runyon over to makes the play, and that will do it for the Gherkins here in the 5th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on, and 2 pretty good defensive plays by the Picks. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Picks 3, Gherkins 2. Welcome back to Wild Wild West League Dizzy Bat Contest. Apparently 2 of our contestants are a mother and son. Jeremiah Coughlin down there leading the proceedings. The rules are fairly simple. Rule number 1, keep your bat on the ground.
Spin your body, not the bat.
Rule number 2, Jeremiah is going to count to 10. He will get there eventually, never in the order that you expect him to.
All right, ready to go, I guess. What are you doing? Go, Jack, run. These guys are chaotic. She's gonna fall. She's gonna fall. I don't know.
Like everything in the Wild Wild West League games, nothing quite goes according to plan.
I was focused on Peyton cheating, and then he just ran. Let's hear it for Jack, your winner, everybody.
Did anybody truly win that contest? I mean, no. That was... Oh. Everybody's mailing it in tonight. Wow. That is Kane Kianis back out on the mound for the Gherks. Kane Kianis not mailing it in. He's going to be facing Alex Mannon Kyle Fitzgerald and Koya Nishizawa. First pitch of the inning, missing high at 81, ball 1. Kane comes set, now brings in the 1-0 pitch, swung on and popped up. Off with his mask, Carter Bennett over, and that's just going to be into about the third row. No fan making the catch, but did make the catch on a bounce. Hey, Moose, is one of the rules on there a fan catches a foul ball, it's an out? All right, an oldie but a goodie. One of the classic Wacky Wheels rule. Wacky Rules Wheel rules. Yep, mailing it in too. Kianis comes set. 1-1 pitch on the way. Misses outside at 83. Ball 2, 2-1. Cowlitz and Springfield still tied at 4 as they play in the bottom of the 7th inning. The Elks lead the Knights 3-1 in the top of the 7th in Bend. 2-1 pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. Count goes to 2-2 on Alex Mannon. Alex Mannon singled and drove in a run. Mannon was the runner caught in the rundown. 2-2 pitch on the way, swung on and popped to the right side. Colby Grace comes in and makes the catch. P3 the put out on Mannon. That'll turn the lineup over for the Picks. Kyle Fitzgerald to the plate once again. In Port Angeles, the lefties leading the Bells by a score of 3-0 in the bottom of the 8th inning. In the top of the 8th in Victoria, Harbor Cats trail the North Paws 5-4. Apple Sox 7 Nanaimo, nothing in Nanaimo. They play in the top of the 7th inning. First pitch, the at-bat swung on and missed at 82. 0-1. In Yakima Valley, the Pippins getting shut out 4-0 by the Raptors. That game in the top of the 5th inning, swung on and missed strike 2 to Kyle Fitzgerald. And in Walla Walla, your Portland Pickles lead the Sweets by a score of 5-2 in the bottom of the 5th inning. 0-2 pitch on the way. So inside it hit him. So Fitzgerald aboard for the Fitzgerald aboard for the 3rd time this evening, and that brings up Koya Nishizawa. Giannis's first pitch bends in at 69 miles an hour, 0-1. Grace holding Fitzgerald on at first, the throw over. Ball stayed right there, but Fitzgerald able to get back in time. Starting to see the lights take effect. 0-1 pitch on the way, runner goes. The throw down to second base is going to be high and a little bit wide. Nice stop by Shane Tackla, keeping that in the infield. Count 1-1. Gary, did we ID the 4th outfielder for the Gherkins? Next pitch, missing ball, 2-1. Well, it's a holdover from Secret Night last night. But they do have 4 outfielders out there. 2-1 pitch on the way, swung on and fouled back. Fitzgerald on in scoring position. It's number 5. Nick Holm out in right. Swung on, and that is popped foul to the right. Count stays at 2-2. Remember, the Wacky Rules wheel spun in the top of the 5th inning, came up as 4 outfielders. Look back at second base. 2-2 pitch on the way. Misses outside, ball 3 at 73. Count goes full on Nishizawa. Nishizawa hit into a fielder's choice in the first, singled in the second. 3-2 the count. Pitch on the way, misses low and outside, ball 4. So Nishizawa reaches on a walk aboard the second time tonight. That is going to bring up extra hitter Evan Holman. So Nick Holm playing right field is already in the lineup as the extra hitter.
Now back for the Pickles, number 33, Evan Holman.
First pitch to Holman, swung on and hit down the first base line. Fielded by Grace. The throw down to second for one. The relay to first, not in time. The runner heads home. The relay home, and another rundown. Wow. So a fielder's choice double play. We will come back and I will get you the scoring on that, but an amazing double play by the Gherkins, and that'll end the Pickles innings. No runs, no hits, no errors, and one runner left on. We are through 5 innings full. 3-2 Picks. Welcome back, baseball fans. Top of the 6th inning. Picks lead the Gherkins 3-2. No more 4 outfielders. We'll spin the wheel one more time in the 7th inning. First pitch of the 6th, missing outside at 81. Ball 1. 1-0 pitch on the way. Okay, now wait a minute. The sombrero is out on the back of the mound. All right. 1-1 pitch on the way. Swung on and the bouncer down the first base line. Foul. I want somebody to go put it on the field umpire. I'm sure that would go over well. One and two the count. Jacob Ashley design, how's it going? Swung on and missed. Strike 3. A.J. Dix down on strikes here in the 6th inning. I've got that down as Max's 7th strikeout.
Now that number 3, Jaden Vinson.
It's not? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking to me. Leyerbach takes a look at the first pitch and hits it towards second. Stanton over the throw to Runyon for 3, the put out on Leyerbach. So Dick struck out. Leyerbach retired 4-3, and that's going to bring up Jack Dorn. Single, stole a base, and scored a run in the first inning. Struck out in the 3rd. Jacob Ashley Design asking for more Dolphin in the YouTube chat. Swung on and bounced towards first. Going to be fielded by Runyon and taken straight to the bag. 3 unassisted, and that will do it for the Gherkins here in the 6th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. Fans, we're going to keep it right here.
Feeling good? Feeling good.
Dylan versus the fan race. Yeah, JK, the colors on the digital scoreboard aren't the greatest because light blue and red doesn't transfer terribly well. So down the right fielder line, we've got Dylan and a fan racing. Dylan, I believe, is 8-3 now. Fan being given a lead. Dylan speed walking. Dylan is race walking. Dylan's under the Manscaped sign. He's under the batter's eye. He checks behind him under the official league banner, under the Pickle Finance banner. Planned Parenthood, Pickles. And it's Dylan by about 3 banners. Dylan, I think, raises his record to 9-3 overall. So congratulations to Dylan.
Dylan's had a rough week. He needed that W, actually.
Out on the mound replacing Kane Kianis is number 8.
Hey, Portland, ever wonder why Dale the Pickles so smart interest?
Brett Pearson, I believe, is pitching now.
At PortlandMercury.com. Dylan loves filling up his big smart.
Kane Kianis goes 3 innings.
While playing these interesting, fun weekends.
Gives up no hits, no runs. Strikes out 2. And I have him as hitting 1 batter and walking a batter. Yep, JK's got it down. Dylan wins 9-3 on the season. So for the picks, theoretically, it's going to be Perkins, Gilmore, and Perdome.
Now to bat for the Pickles, number 18, Kyle Perkins.
First pitch to Kyle Perkins, 82 miles an hour inside, ball 1. Perkins hit into a fielder's choice in the first and drove in 1 of the runs. Struck out back in the 3rd inning, 1-0 pitch on the way, swung on and missed. Chased the pitch high in the zone. Yep, number 8, Brett Pearson. Perfect. 1-1 the count. Pearson winds and deals. Misses low ball 2 at 72. 2-1.
Let's go, Pickles! Let's go, Pickles!
Next pitch over for a strike at 82. Count evens up at 2-2. Speaking of evening things up, the Knights have pulled even with the Elks at 3-3 in the top of the 7th inning. Wind and the 2-2 pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. Gets away from the catcher. The throw down to first. 2-3 the put out. Perkins down swinging again. Pearson's first strikeout.
Alex and Zane are ball and bat boys. Let's have a big hand for Alex and Zane. Working hard out there on the field. We love them. Alex is the OG. Zane's been here a long time. Ball and bat boys. Here at Walker Stadium.
Cowlitz Black Bears have taken a lead on the Drifters 5-4 in the top of the 8th inning. First pitch misses low and outside, ball 1 to Xavier Gilmore. Xavier Gilmore has flown out to left and flown out to right. 1-0 pitch on the way, missing high at 81, ball 2, 2-0. If he flies out to center field, he'll have the trifecta for the evening. .20 pitch on the way, missing outside at 81, ball 3, 3-0. Pearson into his motion, 3-0 pitch on the way, over at 81 miles an hour for a strike. Gilmore taking all the way on that one. Still ahead in the count, 3-1. Wacky rules wheel going to be spun one more time tonight because this is the Wild Wild West League. 3-1 pitch misses outside, and Gilmore aboard for the first time tonight with a walk. Still one more chance for my colleague Moose to be called down to the field to bat tonight. If not, we're going to lobby to keep that rule on every game this weekend, and every night that it doesn't get picked, we're going to secretly erase one of the other rules and put another Let Moose Play spot on the wheel. Hopefully nobody from the organization is listening to my master plan because I just put it out on the air. Wine and the first pitch on the way, inside at 80 miles an hour. Perdome taking all the way, 1-0.
Your CRV is towed, all right, buddy? You're going to have to go get it.
1-0 pitch on the way. I love Wild Wild West League games. That pitch missing low at 80 miles an hour, 2-0. You know, no matter what, there is always fun going on here at Walker Stadium, and tonight is no exception. 2-0 pitch on the way, high and tight, ball 3, 3-0. Pearson, after striking out Perkins, had a little bit of an issue finding the strike zone. Behind the count, 3-0. Gilmore on at first, being held on by Grace. 3-0 pitch on the way, misses low, ball 4. 4-pitch walk to Perdome. Runners on at first and second, 1 out, and that's going to bring up second baseman Luke Stanton.
Staten.
That's a big job.
Pearson looks back at second, brings in the first pitch inside at 70 miles an hour, 1-0.
Yeah, make some noise for your boy, 205. Come on.
Go Mets and go Pickles from NITAC. Agreed. Hope my Mariners are doing all right tonight. I look back at second base, 1-0 pitch on the way. Just missing the bottom part of the plate at 79 miles an hour, 2-0. So let's see, that's at least 7 straight outside the zone for Pearson. Looks back at second. 2-0 pitch on the way, taken all the way. That one over for a strike at 82, 2-1. Gilmore on at second, Perdome on at first. Shane Tackler responsible for holding the runner on to second base. Hitley Sharp hit down to third, goes to the bag for one. The relay to first, couldn't be dug out by Colby Grace. Ball in front of Grace, runner takes off for third and dead to rights. Well, we're going to have another fun double play to report to you. The one that ended the last inning was 3-6-3-2-5, your standard 3-6-3-2-5. We'll come back. What was that, Gary? We'll go to break and we'll bring you the out on that play in just a few moments. We are through 6 innings. Your score, Picks 3, Gherkins 2. All right, so that is our Pickles fan Sarah spinning the wheel, and it is a
Patty Bushcott, our PA announcer, says that each team has Patty Moose.
Moose gets to play. Moose gets to play. Moose gets to play. All right. Woo! Go Moose! Yeah! I don't care if I'm blowing y'all out on the audio on that. Moose is gonna get to bat. So Moose gets to take an AB for each team. Oh, this is the greatest thing in the world. Launch ball taking place out in left field.
Yeah, if you're still launching, you're too late. He who hesitates with the launch of balls wins nothing. I don't know if anybody's actually up there to turn the music off. Can someone turn the music off? Moosh, we're going to need you to do both jobs. Run back up there.
So, Moose normally runs our music and sound effects here in the booth. He also does a number of other jobs around here. And we as the press box are very excited that he gets to bat. I might turn down my audio so I can yell for him.
He's like, give me a bat. Give me a bat.
So for the Gherkins, it's going to be Kane Kianis, Colby Grace, Carter Bennett, and Moose in there somewhere. We'll find out. Somehow that's Max Beatty still out on the mound for the Picks. He's through 6 full. Don't know where the sharply hit over to third. J.C. Clee, the throw over to first base, dug out by Brett Runyon. Nicely done. 5-3, the put out on Kane Kianis. So that'll bring up number 13, Colby Grace.
Number 13, Colby Grace. Super snake guy.
Grace 1 for 2 on the day, single and a strikeout. Cam up here to take over for Moose. Definitely not taking over for Moose down on the field. First pitch inside at 76. All right, well, I didn't mean it as snarky as it came off, but man, inside 2-0. Oh, I love the Wild Wild West League games so much. Yes, definitely Wild Wild West League rules tonight. 2-0 pitch swung on and missed. Count goes to 2-1 on Colby Grace. I didn't mean for it to sound that bad, but the reaction was pretty good. That one misses low, ball 3-1. Oh yeah, he's not even switching into a Gherkins jersey. That's great. It's the Bo Jackson Auburn jersey. Delightful. Beatty, 3-1 pitch on the way. Misses low, ball 4. Colby Grace aboard with a 1-out walk. Okay, so is Carter Bennett on deck? No, it is going to be Moose in the 7th. So, Moose in the 7th, runner aboard, 1 out. First pitch he sees. Strike at 81 miles an hour, 0-1. Press box very much interested in this at-bat. Colby Grace gets a lead at first. Beatty's 0-1 pitch inside and low, ball 1. Moose! 1-1 the count. Beatty's pitch on the way. Over at the lower part of the zone. Moose behind in the count, 1-2. Come on, Moose. I hope y'all understand this press box is going to go nuts when he gets his hit. 1-2 pitch on the way. Fouled it off at 76.
More Mushka. 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 Mushka.
Fans now cheering Mushka. Grace will lead at first. 1-2 the count. Beatty comes in. Got him swinging. Strike 3 on an 80-mile-an-hour pitch. Moves down.
Back on wood, back on wood.
Let's hear from Mushka. He's going to have to do it again after the hit. Go down to the cages and take some hacks. Get ready, Mooch. You're going to have to do it again.
There's flowers out on the plate. That's
Yep, the Pickles wearing Portland Mavericks uniforms tonight in honor of the Portland Mavericks. There's a great documentary on Netflix, The Battered Bastards of Baseball. If you're unfamiliar with the Portland Mavericks, you should go check that out. It's about 90 minutes in length and worth every single minute of its runtime. I'm sure you can find it on other streaming services. I watched it on Netflix when it first came out, and it is absolutely delightful. Colby Grace on at first with 2 out. That pitch fouled into the tone pole on the right. Roscoe risking life and limb out there doing camera work for the social media team. Grace being held on by Runyon at first. Beatty looks over. 1-1 pitch on the way, swung on and hit down the third base line, and that is going to be a fair ball. Past a diving J.C. Clee, rounding second and heading for third is Colby Grace. He's going to be waved in. Colby headed for home, the throw to the plate. No, cut off by the relay person at third base. RBI double for Nick Holm. Colby Grace from first all the way around on the double. And we've got ourselves a tie ball game as we play here in the top of the 7th inning. Caleb Watson Stone at the plate now. Nope, Nick Holm. What? Wait, so did Carter Bennett actually come up and then Nick Holm? Oy. This is my favorite part of the Wild Wild West League. So did Helm take over for Bennett and Moose just... Well, my scorebook screwed up. That one hit into right field, and Xavier Gilmore just loses it in the lights. Somebody from the Gherkins comes in to score, and somebody for the Gherkins is on second base. Gherkins now leading by a score of 4-3. So let's see. I'm going to try and figure out what went on here. So Moose came up in the 7th. Moose got a K. And then who took over for Carter Bennett? Travis Holm. Helm, H-E-L-M. So Travis Helm comes in to take over for Carter Bennett. He had an RBI double, and then he came around to score on Nick Holm's RBI double. Do I have that right? All right.
Joey paid for that beer.
So relief beer to Max Beatty.
Wrong name, wrong.
And Caleb Watson Stone is our next batter. The Wild Wild West League is unpredictable. You are so right, Michael Summers. There is nothing quite like these games, well, really anywhere.
We're going to stop the bleeding here, Pickles fans. Let's make some noise, huh? Good thing I did something.
Not a bat for the Gherks. Caleb Watson Stone.
Beatty looks back at second. First pitch, the at-bat on the way, plunks in.
Big time shout out to Emily Lord. She's on the party list. She's very fun.
So Watson Stone hit by a pitch. He's on at first. Nick Holm on at second. Shane Tackler, the second baseman, at the plate. 2 outs in the inning. First pitch over, just missing the outside corner at 82, 1-0. Watson Stone, a pretty sizable lead at first. 1-0 pitch on the way, over for a strike at 82. Catches the bottom part of the strike zone. Count goes even. Tackler's been retired 6-3 both times up so far. Nishizawa, a thorn in his side. That pitch missing inside at 83. Gets away from the catcher. Passed ball. Nick Holm advances to third. All right, it's going to be one of those nights where my scorebook looks like it was written in by an 8-year-old. Just one of those nights. Although if you go back and look at my scorebook for most of the Wild Wild West League games last year, that's exactly what it looks like. Pitch misses at 82 outside, ball 3-3-1. Is this a 7-inning game? Oh no, friends, we are going the full 9 innings, longer if we need to. (3-1) pitch on the way, pop foul. If we do go to the 10th inning, I will be asking that the Wacky rule wheel get spun once again, though. We'll make Moose take every at-bat and just put ghost runners on for him. Runners on the corners, 2 down, count full on Shane Tackler. Beatty comes set, 3-2 pitch on the way, runner goes, swung on and missed, strike 3. Another strikeout for Beatty, and that will do it for the Gherkins here in the 7th inning. Helm, H-E-L-M. They are able to plate 2 more runs. So they Travis lead Helm the Picks 4-3. Take over for Carter Bennett. In a moment. He had an RBI double, and then he came around to score on. All right, fans, welcome back. We managed to make it through 6.5 innings before the production completely jumped the rails.
If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
You know, I guess the nice thing is that unless you're part of the back end of this organization on the production end, you have no clue that the train jumped the track about a half an inning ago. But I'm going to let you in on a little secret. It jumped the track about a half an inning ago. So, pinch hitting for Brett Runyon is number 15, intern Emily Paulson.
We got a treat. Ladies and gentlemen, sweetheart of the game.
What is,
Emily Paulson, our intern, first
like I said, the whole production has just jumped the track, and Now it is a freight train careening out of control to who knows where. It's unfortunate nobody is having fun at this ballpark right now. Emily Paulson getting cheered for and chanted for. And now we switch back to Frito Pie because that's sort of the vibe of the evening here. Brett Pearson to face Emily Paulson. First pitch missing at 81 outside. 1-0. Moose is supposed to come up and bat at some point for the Picks this inning. Pitch on the way, swung on and missed just a little bit behind an 80 mile an hour pitch. Yes, anything can happen on nights like this. 1-1 pitch on the way, swung on and hit towards first. Fielded by Colby Grace, he will run to the bag for the 3 unassisted put out on Emily Paulson. Yeah. So 3 unassisted is the put out on Emily Paulson. And who's up now? Brett Runyon. Okay. Wild Wild West League. So Brent Runyon, who Emily was not really pinch hitting for, up now. Next pitch misses low at 82, 1-1 the count.
Number 39, Brett Runyon.
Wind and the 1-1 pitch on the way. Swung on in that one out towards center field. A.J. Dix going back on the ball. He tracks it down. Brett Runyon retired F8, and that means Moose is going to come up for J.C. Klee.
Now bat number 34, Bo Jackson.
First pitch missing, ball 1. Moose in his Bo Jackson jersey. 1-0 pitch up. Oh! Boo! Brett Pearson plunks Moose. Moose aboard with an HBP. So Moose getting his lead at first base, and then now this is J.C. Klee at the plate for his normal at-bat. No, it's not. This is number 19 now. Oh, Wild Wild West League, I love you so much. Number 19, you know, that one player. Number 19, ball gets away from the catcher. Moose on the way down to second, standing in safely. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, you gotta be kidding me. Gary, what are we calling that? We calling that a stolen base for Moose. Oh my gosh. This is the most ridiculous. Current batter behind in the count, 0-2. Bouncer out towards short. Caleb Watson-Stone's got it. The throw over to first, and that will do it. No runs, 1 hit batter, no errors, and 1 runner left. We head to the top of the 8th inning. Gherkins lead the Picks 4-3. So Kyle Perkins is somewhere out in the field now. I'm not sure where because, like I said, this train jumped the track a while ago. Max Beatty out to face Reese McKenzie. First pitch swung on and popped to the right side.
Here's Mooshcott.
That one bounces in. Helm, H-E-L-M. So Travis Helm comes in to take over for Carter Bennett. He had an RBI double. 0-1 the count on Reese McKenzie. Wind and the pitch on the way. Over for a strike at 75, 0-2. So once this batter is out, I will ask for clarification once more on the defensive change since it's a little more quiet and I can hear Gary now. Wind and the 0-2 pitch on the way from Beatty, fouled off at the plate. Down the first base line into the Gherkins dugout. So we had Moose with 2 at-bats. We had Emily Paulson with an at-bat. 0-2 the count on Reese McKenzie, the Gherkins third baseman. 1 for 2 on the day. That one just missing outside at 81, 1-2.
I have to sing it again, so
Moose rejoining the booth. Stolen base. Check swing. Did he go? He did not. Count goes to 2-2 as that pitch misses down. So what sucked more, getting hit by the pitch or having to run from first to second? That's fair. That pitch knocked into left field. Alex Mannon lining out. Oh, no, dude, there are too many things going on. I can barely keep track of this. This is going on right now. Gary, who took over for Brett Runyon? Cal Perkins over at first base for Brett Runyon. I would have liked to have given Moose a headset too, but I'm barely hanging on to my part of the broadcast as it is. I mean, I don't know why I just don't jump off the deep end with everybody else. Just feel like, well, you know, to heck with it. 0-1 pitch on the way. High and outside at 82. Ball 1, 1-1. A.J. Dix drew a walk back in the first inning, stole the base, came around and scored. He's hit into a fielder's choice and struck out. He takes that one down the third base line. Going to be fair. Dix rounding first, heading to second. Ball just now getting thrown back into the infield, and A.J. Dix with a stand-up double here in the 8th inning. 78-mile-an-hour exit speed on that hit down the line.
305, 305, 305, yeah. Woo, I'd love to hear that.
Yes, Michael Summers is 100,000% right. The Wild Wild West League has taken on a complete life of its own. At its best, organized chaos. At its next best, disorganized chaos. 2-1 the count. Somehow Max Beatty still out on the mound. Takes a look back at second. 2-1 pitch on the way. Swung on and missed by Lehrbach. 81 might have been a little out of the zone on the low end. Count evens up at 2-2. 1-1. All right. Off the rails. Choo-choo. Swung on and hit towards second. Luke Stanton gobbles it up, throws over to Perkins at first. 4-3 the put out on the play. Dix advancing to third. Gherkins with a 1-run lead here as we play in the top of the 8th inning. Your Pickle Finance numbers of the game. For the Gherkins, 4 runs on 7 hits and 1 error. For the Picks, 3 runs on 6 hits, 1 error. Oh yeah, there's West Coast League games going on. Ha 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 ha. First pitch, the at-bat to Jack Dorn. Fouled off, 0-1. In the bottom of the 7th inning, the Portland Pickles in Walla Walla. The Pickles leading 5-3. Lefties beat the Bellingham Bells in Port Angeles by a score of 3-2. Raptors up 9-0 on the Pippins in Yakima Valley. That game in the 6th. 82-mile-an-hour pitch missing outside. In Nanaimo, the Apple Sox all over the Night Owls by a score of 12-1 in the top of the 9th inning. Corvallis and Bend tied at 3 in the top of the 9th in Bend. 1-1 pitch on the way. Outside part of the plate for a strike. 1-2. Drifters currently lead the Black Bears 6-5. That game in the bottom of the 9th in Cowlitz County. 1-2 pitch on the way. Swung on and popped up. Fitzgerald ranging over, settles under, makes the play, and that will do it for the Gherkins here in the 8th inning. No runs, 1 hit, no error, and 1 runner left on, fans. It's getting late. We move to the bottom of the 8th inning. 4-3 Gherkins. All right, baseball fans, welcome back. I am joined on the microphone by none other than Moose. Moose, how's your evening been, friend?
It's been great. It's been one of the weirder experiences here at Walker Stadium for me. Played a lot here in high school, played for the Pickles last summer, and now I'm working here and then had a chance to get in the game just a second ago.
That was unbelievably cool. There were so many people cheering for you. You know, you got hit by a pitch, which you and I talked before this inning started. That was not what you were expecting.
No, definitely not. I thought that was close to the last thing that was going to happen. I knew that I was probably going to strike out because I haven't swung a bat for the past 2 months or so. But yeah, getting hit, I thought the pitchers would be able to hone it in a little bit better, but I guess not.
Well, it is getting late here, and Pearson's thrown a number of pitches. He did strike out Alex Mannon here to lead off the 8th inning, and that's Kyle Fitzgerald at the plate. So now you took off from first to second base. You are in shorts. Was there at any point where you're thinking, I'm going to have to slide, or were you just like, I'm going in standing up, to heck with what happens on the play?
You know, I got about 80 feet down to second base, and I started to chop my feet a little bit because, I was running in training shoes down there, so it wasn't quite the best grip. And I got about 80 feet of the way there, and I didn't look in to see where the ball was at. And I was like, oh, am I going to go down? Am I going to slide? And I was like, no, I can't do it. So then I ended up just chopping it in there and ended up being safe. So it all worked out in the end.
Yep, down in the scorebook as a stolen base. So
there we go.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Kyle Fitzgerald rung up on strikes. Third strikeout for Brett Pearson. 2 down here for the Picks in the 8th, and that's going to bring up Koya Nishizawa. Now, were you on first base long enough to have any sort of conversation with Cal Perkins out there?
I think, was it Cal Perkins or Colby Grace out there, I think?
Oh, no, you're right. It was Colby Grace. My mistake. That's right.
Yeah, I was out there with him. I played with him on the Gherkins a couple years past when we played out at North Marion High School in the 2020 season. So, yeah, I got to talk to him a little bit. He asked if it stung. It did sting, but I tried to hold it in as much as I could. Yeah,
it was. I think it was an 81-mile-an-hour pitch that you were hit with.
Oh, man, 81, yeah. That shouldn't have hurt that bad. I guess I'm not quite used to it anymore.
Well, I mean, it's been a while. 1-2 pitch on the way. Misses low, ball 2. Nishizawa at the plate, 2 down here in the 8th inning, Picks down by 1. Well, it was such a treat for all of us up here. You know, we've gotten used to having you up here all season long doing the music and sound effects, and then all of a sudden you were down there on the field, popped up.
It's great to be down there.
Tackler running in. Nope, it's going to be Colby Grace coming over making the play, and that will do it for the Pickles here in the 8th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. Fans, we got one more inning left here at Walker Stadium. Gherkins lead 4-3. Welcome back, Chaos Ball fans. Taking over for Alex Mannon in left field is going to be Evan Holman. Gherkins with a 4-3 lead. Max Beatty out on the mound again. First pitch of the 9th inning. Just slightly outside at 78 miles an hour, ball 1. It should be Kane Kianis, Colby Grace, and then somebody else. Swung on and missed. Count goes to 1-1. In that spot, it's been Carter Bennett, Moose, and Travis Helm. I will guess it would be Travis Helm, but I don't know that for certain. Should be. Are you pulling my leg, Gary? Nope, going to be Blake Tellinghusen, because I don't have any more room in that box. Whatever. 2-1 pitch on the way from Max. Swung on and hit towards second. Stanton over to Perkins, 4-3 the put out. So Kianis retired. That's going to bring up first baseman Colby Grace. Colby Grace, 1 for 2, struck out, singled, walked, and came around to score. Gary, since there's so many other things going on here tonight, do we know where Max Beatty is in his pitch count? First pitch over for a strike at 83. 127. A bouncer, Beatty throws it first, 1-3 the put out on Colby Grace. So Max Beatty's pitch count probably about as accurate as the attendance. It's not to impugn Gary by any stretch of the imagination. It's just one more of those things to try and keep track of on a bonkers night. So Beatty comes set. First pitch of the at-bat, 130th pitch overall, strike one. Blake Telling hears and fouls off the next pitch, 0-2. Noah, did you say you had the pitch count at 171? Everybody's just guessing up here. Hey, you know, whatever. Beatty set, 0-2 pitch on the way. High ball one, just missing an 83. Beatty winds and deals. Swung on and missed. Strikeout for Beatty in the 9th inning to end the 9th. I've lost track of how many that is for Max. Number 11? 10. Holy cow. That does it for the Gherkins. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. Last chance for the Picks here at Walker Stadium. Gherkins lead 4-3. Welcome back, Chaos Ball fans. That is number 3, Dorian Brodus out on the mound for the Gherkins. You know, if you want to take part in this zaniness one of these days, pleased to be going to check out picklesbaseball.com. If you go to picklestickets.com, you can actually get tickets to join us here at the stadium. You can also follow the team on social media using the handle @PicklesBaseball on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And if you want to, you can head over to the Pickles team store online to grab all your Pickles gear, including limited edition merch with some fun Portland and pickle-themed designs. Prices and styles vary. Go check them out today. There's something new all the time over there. Evan Holman, Kyle Perkins, and Xavier Gilmore due up. And that's not going to happen because that is number 30. All right, well, I screwed that up. First pitch swung on and hit towards short. Caleb Watson-Stone over to first, and it's Koya Nishizawa retired, 6-3. So Evan Holman to the plate. Holman 1 for 3 on the day. First pitch missing, ball 1. Wide and the 1-0 pitch on the way, misses outside, ball 2. I'm going to run you through the West Coast League scores one more time. Drifters beat the Black Bears 6-5 in Cowlitz County. 2-0 pitch, check swing, over for a strike, 2-1. North Paws beat the Harbor Cats 5-4. The Lefty beat the Bells 3-1 in Port Angeles. 2-1 pitch fouled off at the plate. Count goes to 2-2. The Apple Sox hung on and beat the Night Owls by a score of 12-1.
Let's go, Pickles!
Ridgefield Raptors up on the Pippins 9-0, and the only 2 other games live. Bend Elks with a 6-3 lead on the Knights. They play in the bottom of the 9th. And the Pickles now down 6-5 to Walla Walla in the top of the 8th. 2-2 pitch on the way, swung on and missed. Evan Holman down on strikes. And the Picks are down to their last out. Just for fun, I would like to point out that it is 9:44 p.m. This had nothing to do with a friendly bet on when this game might end. First pitch of the at-bat on the way. Misses inside, ball 1. Bruce's 1-0 pitch on the way. Misses high at 86. Ball. Excuse me. Catches the top part of the strike zone at 86. Will's right on the line. 1-1. That one hit back up the middle. Fielded. Brodus over to first, and that will end the ball game 1-3. Your Pickles finance numbers of the game for the Gherkins: 4 runs on 7 hits and 1 error. For the Picks, 3 runs on 6 hits, 1 error. Friends, did we decide on a defensive play of the game? We kind of forgot in all the chaos. Can we say that Moose's stolen base was the defensive play of the game just because Wild Wild West night? All right, Moose's stolen base is the Portland Pickles press box defensive play of the game. You know, because it's the Wild Wild West League, and that's what we do. Do we have that? Can we bring it up? Or yeah, Moose stealing right here. We're going to end the broadcast with this. We're going to show the replay of you stealing as the press box defensive play of the game. There you go, Moose in safely. A little bit out of focus, but he was safe. A little bit out of focus sort of sums up the broadcast tonight. Glad you could join us, folks. Hope you had some fun along the way. We're going to be back again and do it here tomorrow night. 7-something going to be your start time, 05 or 30. I'm sure you can find out on the website. Have yourselves a good evening, folks. We'll be back tomorrow night.